Tuesday tutorial, everyone. This is Leslierahye with Digital Delights by Lou, and I want to share with you how to make a fun and easy 4x4 pop-up card. For this project, I used the Scholar Myrtle. I hand-colored mine with Prismacolors today with the pencils, and I used the school paper pack and the sentiments. And I printed out my digi on some Nina cardstock and used some great paper cardstocks for printing out my digital papers on. And I'm going to use mainly glue to put this together, and a bit of string, a gridded ruler, a craft knife, and a 2.5 inch punch if you have it. If you don't, a craft knife will work just fine. So let's get started. You're going to begin with an 8x8 piece of paper. And this piece of paper is going to be folded into your card base. And so right here I'm using a gridded ruler to show you with the tutorial, but for my own card, I used a score it to get my folds in, and just put my paper here and folded it along the edge when I got my first major fold in. For ease of use, I'm going to show you this gridded ruler. This can be found in the sewing section of your craft stores. What you're going to do, and everywhere I mark with a pencil is where you would normally run your score marks. So what we'll do is, I've got this lined up here on the 4-inch mark, and I will draw a line here. So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to turn it, and one side will become your top and the other side will become your bottom. Now this is going to be your top of your card. So what you're going to want to do is, once again, here, line it up so that you have a 4x4 square, and you will score it right here so your top has two 4x4 squares. This is going to become your inside, and this is going to be treated a little differently. You're going to score it at 2 inches from either end. So you'll have a score here, and you'll have a score here at 2 inches. Oops, excuse me. Let's try that again. Okay, so you have these two scores at 2 inches. And then here in the center, you can either draw it in, or the easiest way I have found to put our square here where our pop-up is going to be is to make my own template. It's 2.5 by 2.5, and stick it in the center. You can either eyeball it or measure it, okay, and trace around this. And if you have a punch that will do this, great. If you have a large format die cut machine and you can lay down that square there and cut it, great. I didn't, so what I did is I cut it out, and then I used my ruler and my X-Acto knife, and I cut out my square, okay? You also want to, before you get carried away, make one more score, and that's going to be here along the center. You're going to score just a smidge like that. So you're going to cut this out here, and you're going to have mountains here. And the last thing you want to do is cut from this 2-inch line along the center line to this 2-inch line. So mountain fold, mountain fold, mountain fold, and these can be valley folds. Cut out the 2.5-inch square, cut out along this line. Okay? Remember, this is on an 8x8 piece of cardstock. So once you've done that, you will have something that looks like this. And so when I fold it and I work these corners by doing this and get a good crease here, then I have a card that when I fold it, closes like this. And it's a little 4x4. It's kind of chunky, so as I recommended on the blog, the box, the 4x4 box would be a perfect way, especially if you put a bunch of embellishments on the top, to box this up and send it to someone. Now let me show you how I want to embellish it. I think this is a great card to embellish. The first thing we want to do is put a string down here through the middle, and I'm going to use a piece of red string. And I like this glue. It'll hold things in place really nicely. So I use that with my piece of embroidery floss. A piece of tape across those two surfaces would also be excellent. And we'll let that sit for a second. And then trim off my pieces of string here. These scissors were not designed for trimming string, apparently. Let me trim my string and put it back down. Okay. Now, on this string, you can put your sentiment here if you want to. It's going to close and be right there. So, I am going to work for you the direction you're going to see it in. I'm going to put this little cute alphabet swing thing, but you could easily put a sentiment on this, or write a little message, put another picture, whatever you want it to do. So the reason I like this is because it's easy to line up. Just line up the points, and then line up the top. And I die cut this. If you have a punch this shape, that's great. This could be a circle, it could be a square, it could be a heart, it could be a series of hearts, whatever you like. So when you open this, your little dangly bit is right there dangling. Okay, I also want to repeat this pattern paper in my background. And so I've cut a piece of paper that's just a smidge smaller all the way around. And I'm going to glue that down. And this is from the School Days paper pack. Or the school paper pack, sorry. I like this a lot. So when I close my card, you'll see this, and then you'll see that in the background. Love it. And this spins. So you can make it spin like crazy. Isn't that cute? Okay. Now the last thing we want to glue down here is these little 2-inch sides, so that they stick to where your paper is here. So your card will close correctly. So I'm going to close that down. And I have some pieces of pattern paper right here that I want to use. I'm going to use my black marker to kind of go around the edge of them. Something I like to do. Put some glue on this so I can glue this down on this side. And do the same thing on the other side. Do that for this side. There we go. And I want to glue a little sentiment on the inside. It says back to school. And it will fit right there. So I'm going to put that right there. That could have been a rectangle in my center also. There we go. So there's the inside of my card. And then on the outside of my card, I am going to put my finished turtle on it. So I'm going to also outline around him. And glue, glue, glue. Glue it down on this wonderful piece of red, which is also from the paper pack, along with this stripe that's on the inside. There's also some pencil paper and some paper little backpacks on it, a couple other solids, just a fun little paper pack in general. And there you go. Glue our digi in place. And so here is Scholar Myrtle. When you open it up, you have back to school with the cute little pop-up flipper. Love it! I hope you enjoyed my quick and easy tutorial. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask questions down below. Be sure to go over to the Visual Delights page to see all of the information on what to purchase to do this. And please feel free to like us on Facebook and follow our blog and follow our YouTube channel. Thank you for coming by. Next week, Christine will be back with another wonderful tutorial. And you have a great day on Visual Delights by Ruby Lou. Thank you.